this one because it seems like a lot of other headbangers are on the other side, but I've heard a bunch of bands say this, but today there was another real glaring illustration on display. If somebody's been around for 20, 25 years and they got at least 2 albums thought to be genre defining, very often that period in the band's career is going to be considered their golden era. Pick any genre in metal and you can find examples. Danzig, Obituary, Def Leppard, Cannibal Corpse, Emperor, there we go. Whether you're a fan or not, many metalheads know it was Nightside and Anthems that put Emperor on the map. Of course, obviously, because those albums are awesome. Now, IHSAHN, singer, guitarist, co-founder, said it several times before when asked if they'll put a new album out. In so many words, probably not. Alright, hey, everybody's got their reasons for doing or not doing anything they want, whatever. The reasoning here, though, is the thing that I struggle to understand. His answer, and I'm paraphrasing slightly, but this is basically what he said. People, like myself, who have a relationship with music from their youth, obviously that music's important for somebody, which is a great thing. And the reason for wanting another album is that they want to feel again what they felt in their youth. They want to feel more of that. But in practical terms, what kind of Emperor album could we make that would satisfy that desire? First off, before anything else, personally, I think it's really cool that he's trying to be mindful of the fans, that his priority is delivering something that long-time Emperor fans will be happy with and enjoy. Some people say it shouldn't be about that, though. It should be purely about the artist satisfying their creative desires and nothing else. I respect that opinion, and I even subscribe to it slightly, as I'll kind of demonstrate now. Because IHSAHN and anyone else who's ever at one point expressed serious reluctance to record new music because they didn't think it'd live up to their past, with nothing but total and full, completely due respect, all of that, I ask. But are you not artists? Artists who, when you were originally designing the blueprints for a career you'd hope would lead to stardom because of a path formed from doing what you loved, did it honestly only include a few albums with that flagship band and not as many as you'd ever want to make? I'm asking, through metal, that which is constantly emphasizing rebelliousness, do you no longer possess that spirit of rebellion against, say, music critics and journalists who maybe they don't even actually listen to their music? They've never heard it before in their life, but they're still printing bullshit at your expense for the sake of trying to look cool, saying your best releases are behind you, and yet there's no way you could ever top something you've done before. And to even think about it for a second makes you crazy. Don't their mouths need to be quieted? Do you not have as much confidence in your creative abilities anymore that you could make something to be equally or more proud of from your past? Should you even care about the opinion of others when it comes to doing something creative that you had such a great time making? If the answer to any of those questions is no, or like negative, hey, that's okay, right? I mean, first off, who am I, some nobody, to be playing devil's advocate like this and questioning your decisions? You've proven yourselves to be legends already. If all some of these artists ever did was release their golden era stuff, then fine. I and millions of others are eternally grateful. I'm just trying to promote the idea of making new music, which maybe that's a bit selfish, and if so, my genuine apologies, because I don't know your full story. But I just want new music because I'm a fan. And IHSAHN even said that in the same interview. He said that ultimately the calls for new music's a compliment. Am I wrong for wanting new stuff from bands, or should I just, rightfully recognize a golden era and be happy with that? Now, I got an artist who did the opposite of all this, and I think the result worked out beautifully for him. But before I bring him up, I'll dive into the argument, it might be yours, that says it's good when artists stop at their peak. I hear that, and as I said a few minutes ago, it seems to be pretty common. It comes from fans that say, like, if it's a matter of somebody just pumping out albums to get paid, then it's a cash grab. Well, first off, isn't work, period, a cash grab? And no disrespect again, ever, to anybody. But I think that's kind of a weak argument, and especially in music, because isn't all art subjective? Hell, God knows there's legions of people out there who say Forbidden's a shit album, Forbidden Black Sabbath, but you hook me up to a lie detector test right now, and I know it's going to tell you I am being truthful when I say I absolutely love Forbidden. I mean, try it on if you haven't heard it. Is Illusion of Power not every bit just as sinister sounding as the song Black Sabbath? Is Rusty Angels not just as rockin' as Paranoid? Yeah, if you've never heard those songs before, try them on, and hell, I'll link them in the description below. There you go. And I've even heard some people say, get ready for this, that the almighty Dope Smoker by Sleep was a cash grab. Okay. Alright, so now I'll bring up a band who until 2006 had behind them what some considered their golden era. We'll even stay in black metal. It's another of the big four. Not Mayhem, Burzum, or Immortal, but DARKTHRONE. Tons of metalheads all maintain Blaze, Funeral Moon, and Transylvanian were the definitive DARKTHRONE. But if you were the kind of fan like I am, you had just as much interest in Panzerfaust up until Sardonic. But 2 years after Sardonic Wrath, figuratively speaking, enter the Tony Martin era for the band, and instead of holding up that invisible orange, what's up Storm Ruler, chuck it over the goddamn fence, because it was time to bang those heads along with The Cult Is Alive. Man, that album's badass. Too Old, Too Cold, Graveyard Slut, Whiskey Funeral, Shut Up. Wait till the groove kicks in after the intro and shut up, and hold on to your butts. But what I'm saying here is that it didn't matter to those two guys that The Cult Is Alive and Fuck Off up to like Underground Resistance didn't sound like what people who loved Blaze and Funeral Moon sounded like. First off, I don't think they cared if Rolling Stone wasn't going to consider it a classic like the others. But secondly, probably simply because of the love of writing music, they dared to put out new stuff, and probably due to that love and passion for writing music, the material stood up. It wasn't shit even remotely. And those dudes continued past even their gutter punk period, because from Underground up to Astral Forces, it was still all way different than their golden age. And for a lot of those albums, they did get very good reviews, and it got them on a lot of big tours and stuff. Yes, I'm joking. I know DARKTHRONE hasn't played live in like 90 years. That's a pretty big thing in itself, though, isn't it? You're a band that doesn't even tour behind your material, but it's still huge. That's impressive. So I don't know, man. I know the only serious example I used here was Emperor, but I know there were others who said the same thing out there. The whole, we don't want to risk putting out a new album because we don't think it could ever stand up to our earlier ones. Hell, Bob Dylan said it, David Bowie for two non-metal examples. I get it. They don't want to, like, you know, as it's described, tarnish their legacy. Hey, that's cool, man. You do whatever you do or don't want to do, and I'm still going to argue that you're just as important to the world as a lot of the friggin' suits or scientists and stuff, because it is the IHSAHN'S and Nocturnos and Fenriz's and Steve Grimmett's and Zetros and Freddie Madballs and Matt Pikes and Jorge Marauders and John Josephs and Pete Steele's and Kurt Windsteins that are the real pioneers of the world to me. Those are the ones that really make the world turn as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, dude, I guess my main point here is just that, like, if you're in a band that's released some awesome stuff and you really do love making music, if it ain't gonna bankrupt you, hell, your real fans don't give a shit about some past legacy, because as long as you're still with us and we're with you, we are with you, man. Fucking A. Alright, psychos, that's what I got. What the hell's your opinion? Am I selfish for advocating the idea that bands shouldn't be too quick to hang it up? Let me know. And if you liked the video, pretty cool, man. Maybe you can give it a thumbs up. Or if you just like hearing somebody bullshit about heavy metal, then fucking A, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time on Concrete Spew, but until then, keep it true, stay wild, and stay heavy metal, my friends.